Oh, malakas. Well, let's start drawing. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our live. Let me just fill up my reference so we can get started. Yes, there we go. So I wonder why it's so noisy for the mic. I have to check it out later. Eh? There are people already watching. How nice. I need to play my music. Okay. Let's move our chair so we're closer to the tablet. Then that means I'm closer to the live or to the screen. Okay, so today we're doing Bleach Characters. First, we'll be doing a sketch. Okay, there. So I think what I'm gonna be doing for my live is just practicing. So during my live, most of the things that I'll be drawing will be just practice for videos that I'll be making, because I think that's what I need. I just need a daily dose of practice. And I think Bleach, and I'll do my favorite animes, so it'll be fun. Nothing too stressful. And I get to learn, or I get to practice the art style of the artist that I like. Alright, so let's try test chat. It should pop up on my screen. It does pop up, okay. So whoever is watching, come say hi. Yeah. Love to hear from you guys. If you guys have any questions, I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. So right now what I'm doing is just I'm trying to rough in parts of the face. And then yeah, I think that's pretty much the face. So we will add more detail by zooming in. Okay, so now zoomed into the screen. Let's add detail to the eyes. I personally love Bleach among the big three. It's like top one. Mainly because with the big brush, it was the one that I got really hooked into. I don't know, I've just been a shonen kid since I was a, well, here in the Philippines, when we have we have anime being shown on TV every day. Back when I was a kid, back in the year of the dinosaurs. Just kidding. So back when I was a kid, they just show cool animes, and back then Bleach wasn't showing yet. It was Yu Yu Hakusho, Slam Dunk, Voltus 5, those types of anime that were being shown on TV, and it was either be on Saturday morning or after school. So when I was a kid, I would always go play outside if I wasn't in trouble or what. I'd be playing outside. And during the afternoon when you'd have to go in, there would always be anime showing on TV. So that's the reason, one of the reasons why I wanted to go home. If I wasn't having too much fun, I just want to go home and watch anime or watch what was showing that day. And I didn't really know what was gonna show, or I didn't really I didn't have an idea that there was a schedule for it. I kind of just like watched whatever was. I just knew that during the afternoon there would be some cool anime. Okay, zoom out. The eye is a bit off. It's too far out. So it's just gonna be chill, practicing, video, live. I'll still finish the One Piece crew, but I think that would be a good video on its own. But yeah, right now I'm just using Clip Studio Paint's pencil tool to sketch. Pretty much how I would normally sketch on paper. While I'm trying to try to maintain that same style or same vibe to it. So yeah, I hope whoever watches this can learn or can gain something out of this, because that's one of the reasons why I wanted to share my art. It's just so that other younger generations, wow, younger generations feel so old already. Yeah, but people younger than me or even people older than me get motivated, because yeah, we need more artists in the world instead of people fighting. But yeah, I'm no professional. I just wanted to share what I know, and if I don't know anything, I'll try to point you towards where I think you get the best answer. Because there's a lot of really good teachers on YouTube and social media. But the problem is a lot of them also just wants to sell you stuff like their courses and things like that. So I did go to school for art or animation for college, but I stopped because I went on a mission for my church. I went to a different country. And so kind of stopped. Well, not really. Actually, I was drawing quite a lot when I was there. I had people that I met that also like to draw, so spent some time doing that with them. Quite a lot. And so we had a daily planner that we use so that we can maintain like our schedule and everything, so we're organized. And in our area, or in Hawaii, where I was assigned, we would put covers on those planners so that it looked more pleasing for us, and I was able to draw characters that I liked. I'm just gonna be yapping, so whoever comes in, uh, don't be shy and comment. I'll be happy to talk, chat to you guys. I think that'll be fun. So yeah, just using the pencil brush or pencil tool. And yeah, I went there, stayed there for 2 years. That was fun. Cool experiences. I was away, learned a lot of things, met a lot of people. There was even an auntie that I met that gave me a bunch of art materials because she knew that I love to draw. And those art materials I've used for quite a lot of my content. So yeah, this is pretty much just I'm just sketching at this stage. I don't think I'll be adding any color to this because my reference is also in black and white, so we shall see. So I met a lot of cool people there. So I also practiced quite a lot, but it was mainly just like I didn't spend too much time drawing then. It would be just when I had free time, nighttime, before going to bed and stuff, when we were planning what to do the next day. That's what the planners were for. We would plan our day ahead, make sure that we were productive. Ooh, it's looking good. His face is a little wide, so thin him out. On this side too. Huh. Is he looking like Ichigo? Because he's supposed to. Cause I'm trying to draw Ichigo. If it's not looking like Ichigo, then I need to check why it's not looking like Ichigo. But yeah. So for anyone who's watching, has questions about sketching, go ahead and comment, say hi, let's talk, give me some questions. Something that I really like about Kubo's art style, it grows, it changes, because before Ichigo was very angular during the first part, but it kind of just shows you how even like professional manga artists still develop their art. Still find it. So if you feel like you haven't reached that part of your art journey, don't worry, because it takes time. Like Bleach was almost, did it reach 10 years? When was it released? Jugo. When was Bleach released? August 2021. Ended 2026. So it's 15 years. 15 years of Kubo drawing the same characters. Not all the same characters, but he was drawing a lot of different characters. So something that I would suggest if you're planning to be an artist is always take your time. You can rush it, especially if you need to, but it's still better to take your time. Like here, I can like try and copy the hair as I see it on the reference, but I'm not. I'm gonna try and do it my own way, or how I portray how I see Ichigo. Just to look at the reference to make sure that it looks good. Yeah, you don't always have to rely on your reference. Cast shadows on it. Here, clean this up a bit. There you go. So yeah, sorry for being yappy, but this live, I'm just gonna be yappy. Yappy. Alright. So I won't just be drawing Ichigo. I do have a couple other characters lined up. So I think we're gonna go live for maybe more than an hour today. We'll see. But yeah, I love Kubo's art style. Even if in the early stages of the manga, it was always so cool. Like back then, he was one of the artists that changes the character's design quite a lot, especially during, well, like the covers. He'd make really cool covers. That's why in the beginning, when I saw the intro, the anime's intro, I was like, oh, this is, I don't know if I want to watch this, because it was Ichigo wearing like this bomber jacket, and you know those things with the fur at the hood. I was like, it's not really my style, because I had two options at that time. My friend said I should watch Naruto or Bleach, one of those two, because they found out that I was watching Yu Yu Hakusho, Prince of Tennis, and stuff like that. And I was like, you should go watch this. So I tried to watch Bleach, and then I was like, because I already saw parts of Naruto. I was like, oh, this is cool. And then when I checked out Bleach, I was like, I don't think this will be my thing. until I finished the actual opening, because at that time you had to like go through the timeline of the screen or the video to skip. There wasn't like now where you can just skip a lot of the intro or the recap and stuff like that. So either you watch the whole intro or you try and play with the skip or the play timeline. Ooh, looking like Ichigo. Nice. So yeah, till I actually finished the intro for Bleach, is like, oh, well, I think I'm gonna like it. So that's when I binged watched it. Then I got hooked. Cause who doesn't want to watch a main character fight spirits? Supposed to be hollows. With a big ass sword, so he had a really big ass sword, which is, you know, I was a teenage boy, I was like, that's what I like. So yeah. My screen is showing that there's 7 people watching. Good morning to everyone, or good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is for you guys. Yeah, I'm just yapping here. If you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. If I can answer them. That's the thing. I'll do my best to answer any questions that comes my way. Ichigo. That's the cool thing about digital art. So you can zoom in, see into all the details. Try to do that on traditional. It's like put the paper up to your face. Yeah. I've been trying to do more digital art practice, and it's been fun. I'm enjoying it. So I'll have you guys join my journey. I honestly think this is fun. There's this artist called Mark. His name is Mark Crilly. I don't know if you guys know him, but it was one of the first few artists on YouTube that did tutorials. And I would watch his videos over and over and do my own versions of the characters that the things that he would draw. Like how to draw eyes, stuff like that. I think he's still drawing. Let me double check. Is Mark Crilly still active on YouTube? I think so. Because I know he was the one that started the... Oh, he has 3 million subs. Yeah, dude, that was one of those early subs back in the days. Such a cool guy. I think he was the reason, like that trend where he did 10 seconds, 1 minute, a 1 second, 10-second challenge. I think he was one of the first that did that. If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Mark Crilly is a really cool guy. Really, really cool. So I'm liking how this looks, but it does look like his jaw is pretty uneven. So is his eyes. Why is that? One's bigger than the other. Yeah, Mark really was one of the few artists that I knew growing up that did tutorials on YouTube. I was a kid back then. And then my parents saw that, ooh, he has talent. So they let me draw, take it up for my courses. Actually, still then allowed me to go to school for it. That was fun. So I studied 2 years of animation, and then during those 2 years, we mainly focused on traditional art. But I did do some digital art, more of just like basic Photoshop stuff like that. Because Photoshop was back then, 2011, 2012. Photoshop was like the main thing that you used. So let's get a bigger brush or cover this part. His robe, or there's a name for this. His the clothes that they wear. I am just not aware of it. Hello everyone. I think it starts with a T. I may be mistaken. Probably mistaken. But yeah. See, I really like Bleach's story, though I know a lot of people say it's filled with filler arcs, but if you look at the filler arcs, it's still cool. Cool characters, cool story, cool powers. At the end of the day, that's something that enhances the anime or the storyline even more. Key. Ta-da. But yeah. This is our first sketch, which is Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach. One of my favorite animes. Well, most of the characters that we'll be drawing will be from Bleach, so I'll be saying that a lot today. Chadang. Turder. Today. To all millennials out there who knows Mr. Bean, who grew up with Mr. Bean. Safe. Let me just change that name of the layer and lock it in. And we'll select our next. Ooh. Next one. I like this character. My wife gave me this character or this figure for my birthday, because my birthday just passed this March. our next character will be this one. Grimjo. So yeah, I got this for my birthday. But it's not this specific Grimjo. I have a different reference. I do have some Ichigo here, but these ones I bought earlier. This one I bought by myself. It's Ichigo in his Bankai form. And then this one my wife gave me. Ichigo in Chibi form. Ha! And I also have 3 other Funko Pops. Oh, and keychains. You can say I really like Bleach, so give me 1 second. I just need to click on something. Refresh. We are good. Right. Okay. Next drawing. So this is the first one that we've done. Next. Ooh, let me just fix the reference. So oh, hello Nico. Hello Midnight Mellow. I'm back. How are you? I'm doing good. How are you guys? Oh, welcome to the live. You're back, Nico. Welcome back. So today we are drawing Bleach characters, because I'm changing the way things are for my life. So instead of just drawing characters, I want to practice. So today's practice will be based on the Bleach characters. And so I have a couple of characters lined up. This is the first one that we've done. Of course, we gotta do Ichigo. He's the main character. That drawing goes crazy. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I remember watching a couple of Bleach episodes. They're pretty cool. Yeah, they are. Like, I'm very excited for the last part of the newest season. Like the art and the story, it comes to an end, but I think they're gonna do it justice. So yeah, I'm a big Bleach fan. I've read the manga, caught up with the anime. I've seen a couple of the movies, not all of the movies. I know there's a couple of movies I haven't seen, so yeah. But I'm not like I can't name every single character. That's my weakness. Names. I hate them, but I just can't name every single one if I'm asked. Unless they're like the main. So yeah. Today we're just sketching, because that's what I like to do. I really like to sketch. Just get a pencil. The character design are badass. Yes, they are. Ichigo's dad is probably one of the best ones. Really? I did not know Bleach had movies, but it shouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Big 3 has a lot of movies. I remember watching one of them, and I wanted to get that figure of Ichigo. Almost every animated movie or 2, yeah, or more. Yeah, I think Bleach has quite a few. I don't know exactly, but I know they have a few. Like, my wife is currently watching One Piece, and she's already in Whole Cake Island. That arc of the story. So we agreed that we'll be watching the movies together. Cause I've read up with the manga for One Piece, but I have not seen any of the movies. So that's gonna be one of our date nights scheduled. But yeah, my wife and I love anime. Her favorite is Naruto. My favorite is Bleach, and we have grown. We both are. We both like One Piece, so that's our current situation with regards to anime. Ooh, I need. Yeah, that's okay. We're just placing stuff right now. Naruto and One Piece 2, yes. They have a lot of movies, yes. Okay, let's get into the details. Is the music too loud, guys? Can you tell me? Because I'm still trying to figure out how OBS works. It's the software I'm using to go live here on YouTube. No, the music ain't loud. Okay, cool. Last time it was too loud. you couldn't hear me speak. I was like watching over that live again. Like, oh nope. Music is too loud. Yeah, I did update my mic. Changed it to a better one. The old one's right there. This is the new one. Also a gift for my birthday. Gifted to myself. Well, my wife gifted it to me, so not really a gift for myself, but I was gonna buy it, but then she bought it. She already bought it for me, so I was like, oh. Guess I'll buy something else, so. I have a new mic. How are you guys doing today? It's already Friday here where I live, so I know some people are watching from the US. I know it's still Thursday there. Oh, I also have to do something later today. Oh. But it's okay. It's good to be busy. I prefer to be busy than not do anything. But sometimes I just want to do nothing. I live in Canada. Ooh. Nice. Land of maple syrup, snow, and war crimes. War crimes? What's like war crimes? If you don't know, Canada has done some devious stuff. Like, ooh, okay. I did not know that. I am not too familiar with the history of Canada, but I do know about maple syrup and Ryan Reynolds. It looks so weird. I'm at war crimes law. They once bombed the White House at one point. Ooh. Yep, I did not know that. Actually, I don't know much about like US history other than like the stuff that they show you in movies and stuff that happened in Hawaii. I learned a lot of stuff that happened in Hawaii back then. And I stayed there. A lot of history. Cool place. Really beautiful place. I want to go back. I want to go back to Hawaii. This is something that I learned throughout my sketching so many characters, is that when you sketch, you gotta be observant. You gotta look at the details, but not just the details, about how they're placed, where they belong in the page. Sometimes you just rush, or I just rush. Oh, the beauty of digital art. Oh, okay. No, I'm not joking. Canada really did that, though. Maybe I should look into that history too. One point in time, I was studying. Not really studying. I was really into like Japanese history because of anime and manga. But yeah, I like when I draw, I have my reference in front of me or on the screen or whatever, and I don't know, I think I've just gotten used to seeing things. I'm very meticulous when it comes to details, but sometimes that's a bad thing, because when you focus too much on the details on one thing without setting up your sketch or the basis of your sketch, it gets wonky, like really wonky. So always make sure that you not plan, but spend time working on the basis, the base of your sketch or your drawing. That's why whenever you see my videos, I always tell everyone, your sketch is your foundation. Kinda just holds everything together. But there are artists that don't really need that much sketch, right? You can just like put in like roughly where something goes, and then oops, they'll be done. They'll be able to draw it. I was like, oh, how I wish I can do that. Like, not yet. Maybe soon. But yeah, it's like, nah, this is my process. I prefer it this way. I have more control. Do you like to draw, Nico? If you're still there? Kind of want to watch the new Mario movie. Maybe someday. We have our own. Yep, we all have our own style. But there's nothing wrong with copy. Like, if you're a beginner and you like a certain artist, it's like nothing wrong with copying them, because back then, like with the greats like Da Vinci, Leonardo, Leonardo da Vinci, and all the other artists back then, they had masters. And what they would do would just copy their masters until they got their own style, or they were inspired to do their own thing. Everyone had their own master back then. One of the things that they do is like do what the master did, because that's why they were the master. They got to tell the younger or the newbies like, do it this way, do it this way, do it this way, until the newbies was like, oh, I can do it my own way. Something's not right. Something's not right with this. I think it's the nose. Yeah, it's the nose. But you can't keep copying forever. You have to learn how to do it your own way, or find your own flair, or something to make it your own. Then that's what you call your own style. Because I get a lot of people saying, oh, that's your own art style. Like, sometimes you have to know that when you're not doing something right, doesn't mean that that's someone's art style. It's like someone still needs the foundation. Like an artist always needs a foundation. Let's move on from that for now. I don't want to get overworked about a small part. Why is his face so... See? You can't do that with traditional art. Oh, sorry. I did not see your comments. Oh yeah, I draw not a lot, but on occasions when I feel like it. Ever heard of the anime called Beastars? Yes, I think I've seen season 1. I haven't seen the season 2 on Netflix. Do you like Beastars? Nico? The wolf? I think that's the guy. I think the main guy. The bunny. Excuse me. Never really watched it, but I have some clips of it here on YouTube. Looks interesting. Oh, yeah. Some I haven't seen much of it either, but yeah, the animation looks cool. Or I have seen quite a bit. I did, but I watched it like so long ago, so I don't really remember much. That's why I can't. All I remember are the characters. Like there's be like a wolf and some bunny that I know there's like a love story behind them. Also, funny thought, but there is a death battle idea of Legoshi. There's Edward. Ooh. Is Legoshi like the main character for Beastars? And is he like the wolf? That'd be like Team Jacob versus Team Edward. A wolf versus the vampire. I'm not putting. His hair is quite messy, so I'm just doing this as. I do not like this line, I don't know why. I believe Legoshi is the one of the main characters, and yes, he's like a wolf guy who likes the bunny girl. Aharu, I think that's the name. Could be wrong. Oh yep. Yeah, that'd be just like Team Edward versus Team Edward. Team Jacob versus Team Edward. The trope of vampire versus werewolf. Oops. Where am I? Oh. That'd be cool. So in the YouTube video, who wins the death battle? Edward or Legoshi? Legoshi? Not too sure about the powers in Beastar, but I think a vampire like Edward would win, in my opinion. Let's see if we can flip it and see if it looks good. Oh. Oh no, there wasn't a death battle video. It's just someone thought of it and decided to make a fan death battle trailer. Oh, I see, I see, I see, I see. But I'd be interested. Yeah, that'd be cool. What's your favorite death battle video? If you were to choose one. Yeah, no, I don't think I want to do the hair for this guy. I'll just leave it set like this. We're already at an hour in. Oh my gosh, the time's flying by so fast. So we have Ichigo. Oh, change the name. Grimjo. Sketch. Oh, but that was the. Oh, that has to be the Simon the Digger versus Kyle Rayner Gurren Lagann. Oh, the Digger versus Kyle Rayner. Who won? Never watched Gurren Lagann, but I'd watch it, especially seeing Simon being the badass when fighting Kyle. Row, fight the power. I think that's the quote from Gurren. I actually haven't seen Gurren Lagann either, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. I have heard a lot of good things about it. So we have Grimjaw, Ichigo, Grimjaw, Ichigo, Grimjaw. Next layer, who is our next character? Who knows? Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 5? Okay, that's okay. We'll move on to our next character. Simon the Digger won. And let me tell you, it was an epic fight. Yeah, cause Kyle Rayner. Wait, was it Kyle Rayner the White Lantern or Green Lantern? Cause if Simon the Digger beat White Lantern Kyle, that would be very impressive. Okay, next character. Excuse me. Kyle is a Green Lantern. He started out as one, but eventually became White. Yeah. And the music, Chef's Kiss. Brandon Yates, the composer for many death battles. Ooh. Sound interesting. I haven't seen much death battles, but they do keep popping up on my um, YouTube page. So seems like it's time for me to start watching some of these battles. Yeah, because I know a lot, not a lot, but I know quite a bit about Green Lanterns. During college time, I went to a lot of bookstores and read a lot of comics. Because our school was close to a mall, and that mall had quite a few comic places. Okay, that is our bases. Okay, yeah. Also, I remember my friend bringing the Brightest Day comic book to school once, and I was able to read it. That's the story of the White Lanterns. It was right after the Blackest Night, and I've always wanted to get my own copy. I thought that story was so cool. Jeff Jones. Wait, I'm drawing another character from Bleach. This is Neliel. That's her character. She is a female character from Bleach. And I think she has a pretty cool set of powers too. She was an espada, but then she was taken out. Yeah. So this character comes into the Yuka Mundo arc, where they have to save one of their friends who was taken for her powers. And this is a character that is a kid at the beginning, but then she transforms into this character who we will see more of later once I finish the sketch. Oops. Hmm. Excuse me. Guys, don't forget to stay hydrated. Ooh, there are 8 people watching. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys may be. Ichi, 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 ichi. Ichi ni san. Yeah. Arigato. Sorry. So, yes. So, like I was telling you guys earlier, hello. Yep, there you go. Okay. There's a gap. Who is one Bleach character that had the capacity to become a villain? Mine is the main character, of course. Ooh. Because of their backstory. Like, they had, like, the right to become evil, but they choose not to. Mm, good question. There's quite a few, actually. But, like, the thing is with Bleach is the way it's written is a lot of the bad guys actually become good guys or somehow assists the main character later on in the story. So in the end, it's pretty much like I think yeah, because It'll spoil, but I don't know if you guys don't mind the spoiler for Bleach. Um, one of the good guys becomes a bad guy. One of the bad guys becomes a good guy. Well, helps the good guys anyway. So it's pretty hard to answer that question because it's everyone. Everyone has their own sad story or the backstories that could be enough evidence for them to become bad guys, which a few characters did become bad guys. But yeah. But I think Chad. You could write him as a bad guy because of what he had to go through. Which Kujay became the bad guy though? I have the gut feeling that it's Aizen because yeah, so that's the plot twist for his character. He was a good, supposed to be a good guy that becomes one of the villains, one of the main villains of the story. Oops. But yeah, Aizen is a bad guy. There's yeah, I think honestly all the characters in Bleach can become bad guys if they wanted to. Especially Kenpachi. Dude was like it's like kind of like Bakugo in My Hero Academia, pretty much like written as a bad guy, but he stays a good guy forever. He's like one of those characters that just loves to fight, so you could really see him just becoming a bad guy. Honestly, there's so many more characters. Itaki could be a bad guy, but he doesn't become a bad guy. Mm, Urahara could have been a bad guy. Mayori, that's also another character that could have been a bad guy. Well, he acts like a bad guy to a certain degree, but he's not. He's still a he's still a captain at the end of the day. You know Vocaloid specifically? Yeah, Hatsune Miku. Yes, I know of it. Not very familiar with much of it though. How come? Are you a Hatsune Miku fan? Hatsune Miku. Imagine if Hatsune Miku became a Bleach character. Ooh, that'd be cool. Does Hatsune Miku have a power? I'm not like, I just know of the character. I don't know like the lore between mini or for Vocaloid. Is she like, is she just like an idol, or does she like have powers? Because if she has powers, then maybe. Or so, guys, I think after this one, I will need to end my live because we're already at 1 hour and 20 minutes, and I have one more shift at work tonight. But we'll finish this one, and then I'll probably just go live again tomorrow. I think this will become. I hope we can keep this as a daily thing. But we'll see, depending on how the day goes with work. Sometimes work goes crazy. Today's work wasn't that bad today, so that's why I was able to go live. Hmm. She's pretty OP considering the fact that oh, excuse me, that she once grew so big she was able to hug the earth. No joke, she did that at one point. So is that what's her power? Growing big like Ant-Man? Hmm. Maybe I should research Hatsune Miku. I just know that she has pigtails. Long blue pigtails. Ta-da! Ta-da! I forgot to record this live again. I'm fairly convinced it could be anything at this point because I'm going for anime. Yeah. The thing is, like, when it comes to characters like that, you really don't know. They could just have whatever power the writer wants. Whatever the writer wants, the writer gets. So, this is Neliel. Oh, could do better with that head though. She's a pretty cool character. Why is it lagging? We're lagging. Okay. Yep. We just keep it like this. But yeah, that is it, guys. We've done 3 drawings, so now sketch. We'll lock that in as well, so we don't make any difference or changes. But yeah, I think I need to make her face look longer. So this is Ichigo, and this is Grimjaw. Something's wrong with his face. Just can't place what it is. Maybe it's the eyes. Yeah, I think I put. See what happens if we move this dude. This dude small. Looks better. Doesn't fix it. There's something wrong. You'll figure it out next time. That's it for today, guys. So we've done these 3 drawings, and then there's Nell. She doesn't get much black on her page. So we were able to go live for almost an hour and a half. But thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you guys. Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, me too. It's already 9:30. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope to see you guys next time. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment which Bleach character I should draw next. Sketch next. Yeah.